thing I really enjoy about being an auctioneer is when the time comes for the auction to be called, everybody goes quiet. It's about the only time ever in my life that it actually happens. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to the EVES auction room here in Victoria Street. My name is Grant Child. My role is simply to coattail the great work of Gavin Hocking from our Rototuna branch. He's been doing just the one property on offer here for you today. If you've got any questions throughout the proceedings here today, folks, we've also got Mark and Janine, our experienced managers, on board. They can help you at any stage. They're standing at the back of the room. Just call them, ask them. They've got all the answers for you, because I'm just an auctioneer. I only answer to cash buyers. And that's what you are here today, obviously. So the documentation, introducing the girls, we've got Kyra and Emma up here. They always make the auction room look a hell of a lot better from up the front here than I do with just me. But documentation, that's available on the table over there as well. The buyer's and seller's guide, well, Gavin's made that available to you at all the open homes and all your inspections of the property you bid and buy at an auction on the basis we've provided you with that document. Now, what he's also provided you as well, folks, in the draft form is the contract of sale that we worked to today. That's it, you see it there. Finalised copies are also available on the table over there as well. So that's the contract that we worked to today. I'm not going to go through it in its entirety. You've all had the opportunity to complete your research and your due diligence. I remind you that you bid at auction on a cash unconditional basis. In this section on the front page is the conduct of auction. That's what you see up there on blue on the screen. Again, I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to assume that you've read, understood and accept that contract that we worked to. A couple of important points that I do highlight to you though is, of course, one is vendor bidding. Now, there's a lot of people afraid of vendor bidding. There's nothing to be afraid of, folks. I will only use vendor bids if we are well below the seller's reserve price. I will simply use it to work alongside you, work with you, to get you to the negotiating platform, at which time we pause the auction and we'll see if you can help you from there. So if I'm holding a bid on behalf of our sellers, I will disclose it as a vendor bid. But if I'm holding that bid at any level, essentially the sellers are saying thanks but no thanks. If you wish to purchase the property, you will need to be above that. So the only other thing I want to remind you of, folks, is your obligations. If when the hammer falls in your favour, your only obligations today prior to commencement of any celebrations is, of course, to sign the contract and part with a bit of your hard-earned cash. Just 10% of the purchase price is all we ask for today. That forms the deposit, and then the balance is payable on settlement date, and I'll clarify that settlement date for you in a moment. So at this juncture, folks, I'm quite happy to answer any questions that you might have before I share with you some pearls of wisdom about this wonderful property. No questions? Right, let's have a look at the property itself that's coming up on the screen about now. See, timing is perfect. I told you the girls, they look after it all over here. 2/12 Arahi Place is the one in question, and as I mentioned, Gavin's done an outstanding job in presenting this property. It's a property that clearly speaks for itself. So I should say less, but I won't, because this property is doing the most to deserve your personal attention. So let's cover off the legal aspects of the property before I go any further. It is a freehold estate. You get 237 square metres of land, more or less. You also get an undivided 1/4 share of 74 square metres, and that's all contained and described in Record of Title 963682 in the South Auckland Registry Office. I did mention in my preamble I'd cover off the settlement date for you. That has been set for Friday the 11th of August. And Gavin, I'm making all the assumptions in the world, knowing the way you work. There'll be no changes to the chattels list that you've had circulated out there?
No change.
No, so as you see on the screen, it has been in the documentation. So back we go to the property itself there, folks. As you see it come up there on the screen, that spacious kitchen, you've got the stone bench tops, the breakfast bar, you've got the gas cooktop, and plenty of storage throughout the property as well, particularly in this kitchen area. So there's absolutely no excuse for failing to produce those epic family treats and guest delights. That's what you're going to be able to produce out of a wonderful kitchen like this. So, but then have a look at this as it comes up on the screen there, folks, of the living area. As you sashay your way through the home, all you do is recognise good quality, and it's easy to note the connection to the private outdoor patio area. That comes from the lounge area, and of course that also comes from the master bedroom as well. So a great facility there, and that wonderful area out there where you're going to enjoy a lot of time entertaining guests and family and friends. Location is a key element to good real estate. This is all located in zone for the Rototuna junior and senior high schools. That provides an absolute quality education to help eliminate those early teenage shenanigans. You've got to get rid of them, and that's the way you get rid of them, is living in a location like this. Now, if I was to use the term, that text abbreviation YOLO, you only live once, this is an opportunity for you to capture at 2/12 Arahi Place. So I'm in your hands, Myers. Where would you like to say go? Looking for an opening bid. I did call for an opening bid, not a minute's silence. It's a minute's silence. I hope nobody's watch stops part way through it. Been here for a long time because you can't tell anybody because we're on a minute's silence. Looking for an opening bid, folks. 2/12 Arahi Place. Looking for the cash interest today. I know Gavin's been working with some buyers, not quite in a position to be able to do anything today. First call. Second. Last chance for an opening bid. Will forever hold your peace. Gavin, looks like we haven't got any cash here today. I'm going to formally close the auction and hand it back to you. If you are watching online, folks, just call the Rototuna office, ask for Gavin Hocking. He will certainly give you all the details on this property. Gavin, I don't think it's going to take too long at all, and you'll be decorating that signboard with a sold sticker. Thanks for your attendance today, folks, and enjoy the rest of your day here in the Hamilton. The sun's shining now, so I brought that over for you as well. Thanks for your attention, and enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning.